A man threw a pile of straw into the sheepfold, but he didn't notice that there was a packet of pesticide mixed in it. The unaware sheep ate both the straw and the pesticide. The next day, the man's family was holding a joyous event, and he invited the whole village to have mutton. However, this seemingly delicious mutton turned out to be a deadly poison. The villagers urged the man to quickly serve the mutton on the table. Just then, the dog that the young man had raised since it was a puppy started barking loudly at the mutton soup. The villagers began to blame the young man's dog for being unruly and barking nonstop. A woman even scolded, "Hurry up and keep your dog under control. Don't let it spoil our meal." The young man quickly apologized in embarrassment. When the host was about to serve the mutton soup, the dog barked again. The man immediately became annoyed, and the villagers also criticized the young man for bringing the dog along. The dog just wouldn't stop barking. In a fit of anger, the man kicked the dog and cursed, "If this dog keeps barking, I'll stew it together with the mutton." Others joined in the scolding as well, but the young man knew that his dog was extremely intelligent. The dog's unusual behavior that day made him feel puzzled. As the young man watched the dog continuously barking at the mutton soup, he suddenly realized that there was something wrong with this pot of mutton soup. At that moment, the dog barked a few times as if in affirmation, responding to the young man. The young man stood up and shouted, "There's something wrong with this mutton soup. We can't drink it." However, the man said, "What nonsense are you talking? I raised these sheep myself, and the pot is brand new." The woman snapped, "The ones with the most problems are you and your dog." The young man explained that his dog had an extremely sharp sense of smell and pleaded with everyone to believe him. But the man didn't believe the young man's words and even asked his wife to quickly serve the mutton soup to the guests. The woman filled a large bowl with mutton soup, and the man sniffed it and said with a smile, "It smells so good." Just then, the dog rushed out in a hurry and bit the man's leg, refusing to let go. The man was so startled that he spilled the mutton soup all over the ground. The villagers all blamed the young man's dog for wasting a large bowl of soup. The man was so enraged that he wanted to beat the dog to death. The young man firmly insisted that there was something wrong with the soup. The woman said plaintively, "Today is my son's wedding. How could I cook a pot of poisoned soup to harm everyone?" At this moment, the groom also came out. The groom was so angry that he hit the young man and said, after spending so much time with the dog, "Have you become like a dog too? You're deliberately ruining my wedding." Everyone started blaming the young man for coming to disrupt the wedding and having a bad character. The groom, in a fit of anger, used a stick to hit the young man until he bled, but the young man still protected the dog. The dog was so anxious that it kicked the groom away. Looking at the people around constantly blaming its master, the dog felt extremely helpless inside. Suddenly, it walked firmly towards the mutton soup, started eating the meat voraciously, and licking the soup on the ground. At this time, the villagers noticed that the dog suddenly fell to the ground, convulsing and foaming at the mouth.